This episode brought to you by Nicholson Realty 2.0, Raven Chode Robinson Funeral Home, Chuck Sewer Drain and Plumbing.
Welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Conrad. Let's go.
I'm Ted. It's time to rock and roll.
Episode 185, Ted.
Boy, 15 more and we'll be at 200.
Yep, the 200 mark. You ever think you'd be here to see the day? You know that over 90% of podcasts don't make it past episode 7?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
It is, and we're still rolling, so 4 years in a row, Grant County's greatest.
That's right.
We'll mention that, though.
The four horsemen right there.
Who were they?
Ric Flair, Arn Anderson. Wasn't Lex Luger a part of that later on?
Yeah.
The other Anderson.
Yeah, I know you. I can't remember.
Arn, and if you know, let us know in the comments.
Yes.
Let's hear.
I know Kip will know.
Original.
Yeah.
Four horsemen.
Let us know, Kip. There's your trivia question.
There. Yep. Who were the original four horsemen?
Mm-hmm. I like that.
Yep.
There we go. So, this episode, we talking college football playoff.
Yeah, let's talk it.
Ooh.
Alabama pulling an upset. What did you think about that? They were down 17-0.
Yeah, that's and there was talk of if they lost, Kalen DeBauer's going to go to Michigan. Mm-hmm. I don't know but he followed a legend. What can you? You're not going to do better than the guy you followed.
Yeah,
that have been there that long, won that many national championships, but I think Saban's happy with what he's doing now. He seems to be having a good time on College game day.
Yeah.
Little banner with him and Pat McAfee. That's always fun.
I mean, I think he knew the right time to get out. Mm-hmm. I think he's too old to change up his game.
Yep.
I mean, not saying that you cannot teach an old dog new tricks, but I truly believe that he felt that was not his forte, to be a used car salesman and be a coach. It's a lot. He's very detail oriented. So
you're saying being a used car salesman, are you insinuating that might have something to do with the NIL?
Yeah, it's in the chance. You got to know how to work all that stuff.
That's right, and I agree. That's he had issues with it. Dabo Sweeney has issues with it. We've mentioned it many times. They got to put a cap on that. It's not fair.
Alabama they played a really bad quarter and a half, the first quarter and a half, and a friend of the podcast, Riley Rose, who is a huge Alabama Roll Tide fan, I sent him a text message, and no sooner than I did, they turned it around, and now they're advancing.
Yep. But that's, so if you look at the games, the first one was on New Year's Eve. Mm-hmm. Miami against Ohio State.
Well, by every metric, Ohio State should just have their way with Miami. But Miami, to me, still has that aura of
back in the 90s?
Yes.
Early 2000s?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. They've got that. And all their former players show up and are on the sidelines and but like you said, on paper, you got to look at Ohio State as the favorite. But Ohio State's a slow starting team.
Yeah, their quarterback's young. I think Ohio State might take this early, have an early jump. Their defense should stop Miami's offense. I'm taking Ohio State this game.
Yeah, I am too. I think it's going to be closer than people expect because you look at Carson Beck. He's played in these big games before. Saying hasn't, other than that IU game in the Big Ten championship. But like I said, I think Ohio State's just a little bit more talented.
I think they're a lot more
At the skill
talented.
positions, they're just
Let me rewind that. I think Ohio State, because of them being Ohio State, their players are looked at through a microscope more often than anybody else.
Yeah, I think so too. That's
Except for Fernando.
yeah. Heisman Mendoza.
Yep.
All right, and then if we go to New Year's Day, there's 3 games. So the noon game is Oregon and Texas Tech.
It's like, man, I can't help it but feel like the SEC has their stock has dropped, and now it's the Big Ten.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love it. I think that over time we'll see it always moving.
Right.
The ACC might get in there one day once they figure out the NIL and transfer portal. But I'm thinking Texas Tech beats Oregon.
And I'm thinking the same way. I think Texas Tech can do that one. So we're both going Ohio State in the first game.
Yes, sir.
We're both going TT.
Yep.
Game 2. 4 o'clock start on New Year's Day.
Yep.
Bama and the Hoosiers. Hoosiers.
Yeah. I hope that nobody's head got big with the Big Ten championship and then the Heisman. Which I don't. That kid is different. He's
Mendoza?
just yeah.
Yeah.
He's. I know he's humble. I'm talking about the Hoosiers as a whole.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it bothers me, and I don't know why, because who knows? But now every analyst that's on Fox and ESPN, they're all picking Indiana to win this whole thing. Is that what you've seen? That's what I've seen.
The articles I read, it's a toss-up between Ohio State and IU. A lot of them taking IU, but there's a lot of them taking Ohio State. But is it actually going to be a rematch of the Big Ten championship game? It's
a gauntlet right now.
We talked about earlier. I mean, there's money involved. Can you have 2 Big Ten teams going at it, or is we going to flip it somehow and there's going to be an SEC team in there?
Going back to Indiana, IU, and Alabama, Ted. If Indiana walks all over in Alabama, I would be surprised. There's a lure with Alabama.
For sure.
I think people get intimidated, or teams get intimidated by lure, and the whole legend of a school, and but I'm taking IU.
Yep. I am as well. It's like I said, Alabama got out to that slow start last week. They had to come back.
They cannot do that with Indiana.
If Indiana gets a 17-point lead, you're not.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are. You're not coming back. In my opinion, it's
mine as well.
People let us know if they don't like that, but
yeah. Let's hear your comments.
What's your thoughts? All right, then the 8 o'clock game on New Year's Day, Ole Miss at Georgia. Or Ole Miss and Georgia, not at Georgia, but
yeah. Georgia is supposed to win this. I'm going Georgia. I think that the CFP could have more upsets, and I'm probably dead wrong. But from what I've seen of Georgia and Ole Miss, I think Georgia's supposed to win this. I'm going with them.
Yeah, I'm going Bulldogs as well. I think this will be a lopsided score. Actually. So then that'll throw us into the Final Four. So we're looking at Ohio State and Texas Tech. That's who you and I are looking at. Because we both took the same 4 teams. So
Yeah.
let's go round 2.
Round 2. Ohio.
Yep.
OSU.
Yep. I got to go that way too.
I feel like, again, 1 and 2 are quite a distance away from third place
Right.
and under.
I think you're right. Okay, then now you go IU and Georgia.
IU.
This is where I'm going to be different. I'm taking.
You think Georgia can pull the
I'm
upset?
taking Georgia. Yep.
And we're getting ahead of ourselves, Teddy.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, Alabama ain't no punk, but if they get down early by a couple touchdowns or more, it's going to be a tough hill to climb. And same thing with the Ohio State game.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's
I mean, Miami. If Miami gets a jump, I think it'll come down to the end.
yeah. I think it'll be that way too. Somehow Ohio State's got to start fast against Miami. Like I said, because they're not a quick start team. So if we're looking at that, that's going to put your championship game with OSU and IU. How you rolling?
I think it's an identical game to the Big Ten championship. I think it's going to be a defensive battle and come down to whoever's got the ball at the end. IU.
Okay. So you got IU finishing undefeated. Okay, so
Who you taking?
in that game,
Yeah, you going to take your favorite?
Well, my championship game is going to be Ohio State and Georgia
Oh,
because I got Georgia upsetting IU.
okay.
So my
That's funny how that worked out.
Yeah. So if it comes down to Ohio State and Georgia,
Georgia, right?
I'm going Georgia.
Oh, no way.
Yep.
No
Much as
way.
I hate to. I just
Man, we might have to. That could be something. I might have to go on my Caesar Sports book, see what I can.
But that, I don't know. But now you got to look out because so is Heisman Mendoza. He hasn't declared for the draft yet. Everybody's assuming he will.
There's a lot of quarterbacks.
That was my point. Where's IU going next for a quarterback in this transfer portal? There's 8 or 9 of them that.
How? What's his brother? What's his little brother look like?
I know. Do you give him a shot? He looked okay on that one play he played.
I mean,
When people didn't realize his brother's on their team, they're like, "Oh, I thought Mendoza just went out."
yeah,
Ain't that crazy?
yeah, that is crazy.
To have your little brother be your backup.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would think that he goes number 1. Who's going to get the number 1 pick?
Yeah, and that's still. Because I read these blogs and stuff. They're like, "Well, so and so is going to make a trade to get the number 1, and then they're going to take him." A lot of people have Dante Moore as the second quarterback going. I'm like, I don't know.
Who are your top 3 quarterbacks
In
college?
college right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. for sure Mendoza.
Yeah.
I'd probably put more 2. And then 3, I don't know, 3. That's it can't be Arch, you know. But, I mean,
Arch has got a lot of hype. I don't think he's as good
no, he's
as
not.
what they hyped him up to
He's
be.
not. But I mean, where you go? I mean, South Carolina's quarterback had a good year. Yeah, Mississippi's quarterback had a good year. Carson Beck at Miami. I mean, I don't know who I would take as a third.
I think this is going to be like one of those draft classes where there's a ton of quarterbacks and they all did fairly well.
Yeah, you're hoping for a diamond in the rough. You know, you're hoping for a Tom Brady or a Brock Purdy.
Yeah, whose game translates?
And because now they're talking, you know, the Vikings are going to be looking for a quarterback. They can't stick with J.J. McCarthy. Too many injuries he's had.
Yeah.
He hadn't had time to prove himself yet, but I don't know. Giants, they got Dart, but do they ride with him? I'm assuming they will. Jets need a quarterback. Mm-hmm. What are the Colts going to do? Are they going?
Oh, the Colts are screwed.
Are they going to sign Daniel Jones to an extension?
I mean, they have no choice. Unless they start trading away core players.
Yeah, and they can't do that.
Oh, I mean, they've done it before. They traded Marshall Faulk.
Oh, yeah.
They traded Edge.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. If they keep Shane and Ballard, it doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter. They'll bring in another aging quarterback.
Yep.
Just trying to limp through, and we would be the first 8-2 team to miss the playoffs if we missed the playoffs.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. I don't know. What do you think? Is Steichen and Ballard, are they going after this year?
I mean, you know, at the beginning of the season, everybody was like talking shit about Carly Ursay being on the sidelines, and I think a lot of those wins were because we were beating teams that we beat Denver, we beat LA, the Chargers, right?
Yeah, because the Rams beat us in that.
Yeah, the Rams beat us.
The fumble away game.
Yeah, Mitchell. We won overseas, and that was the end of that. Yeah. That was our last win. And now we've got a plethora of injuries. Unless everybody comes back next weekend, and we just absolutely dominate and kick the shit out of Jacksonville and stay in the Texans game at the Texans.
Yeah, Houston, yes.
Boy, I don't see it happening, but if the Colts are going to make any moves, they're trading JT or DeForest Buckner and what are you going to get for an aging tackle?
The defensive lineman, not much. I don't think you get a whole lot for JT either. I mean, he's, how old is he now?
This is his 5th year in the league, 6th year.
So he's still young, but running backs, they don't have a long lifespan in the NFL.
I was thinking back about this. He really hasn't taken a lot of punishment.
No, he hasn't.
So who knows? He might have another 10,000 miles on those tires.
He could. That'd be good for him. I mean, that's, You know, you're speaking of your aging quarterbacks. You know, I saw an interview with Matt Ryan yesterday. He said this past summer, he said, because he's like, you know, I'm still kind of young. Could I go out and play again like Philip Rivers is?
He was horrible in his last year.
He said this summer they were out in California, and Matt Stafford called him and said, hey, I need somebody to catch some passes from me tomorrow. Would you be willing to do it? Because, you know, whoever was the receiver for Stafford in these all-season workouts was out of town or something. So Ryan said, yeah, I went. He said, felt pretty good. But he said, I'll tell you what, so my hands were killing me when we got done. Because Matt Ryan throws the ball so hard, or Matt Stafford.
Yeah.
But then he said he got up the next day, he said my hip was jacked up, my back was jacked up from the twisting and throwing. He's like, so I decided right then and said, if anybody ever called me again, I'm done. I'm not going. But Philip Rivers is putting the ball where it's got to go. I will say that.
Yeah, but
that's the experience.
I feel like that's not what should be concentrated on when we brought him in.
Right. Yeah.
It should have been the meat and potatoes. It should have been the meal.
Run the ball.
Run the ball.
Then dink and dunk.
Yeah.
Every now and then go for a long one.
And, you know, this was like a statement game to say, hey, we're not so stupid.
Yeah.
You know, this guy can still do it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need that shit. I needed a W.
Exactly.
I needed a W. I didn't need to know that like my whole section, the whole section, and I brought my oldest daughter with me, and she's like, what the hell are we doing? Why are we playing decent on offense and like the defense totally disappeared?
Non-existent. Yeah.
It made no sense to me. Anyways, I don't see a way that the Colts could get anybody that would be significant enough to change the course of what has happened this year or next year. This was just a great first half of the year.
Yep. A weaker schedule. The first half of the year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Taylor and Daniel Jones played lights out. What was it? How many games in before we even punted the ball?
5?
Something like that. That's pretty amazing right
also, what happened to this offensive line?
Yeah, it was supposed to be one of the best.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor isn't running between the tackles very much. He's getting limited touches. He hasn't gotten over... He's gotten over one game where he had the ball over 20 times in the losses, in the 5 losses that we've had.
Yeah, and
it hasn't had a 100-yard game in any of those losses.
And it's like you said, you got to run the ball. I mean, he should touch it 25 times a game.
Yesterday was his first touchdown in
a few weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
not a few, a lot.
That's but it is, you know, speaking of your Colts, it is interesting because, you know, your kicker now, where's his mom from? Marion, Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
Ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
Sarah Pack.
Yep.
In the Grant County Sports Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
As a gymnast.
Yep.
And you got a son kicking for the Colts.
That's cool.
It is.
That's cool. Watch out for Mid-American Sports Report with Randy Holt.
Yep.
You might see if he can't get this young man on. But let me tell you something else, Teddy. If I hear anybody saying anything about Anthony Richardson coming in and being our savior, don't lie to yourself. Don't trick yourself. Your eyes are the windows of your soul. Believe what you see. Incredible athlete. Incredible athlete.
It's
horrible quarterback.
Yeah, and that's like I said. That's who I wanted the Colts to draft when they drafted him. You wanted Will Levis.
We were both wrong.
We saw him. We saw them
Yeah.
both. They
Yeah.
were both big guys.
Dude, their arms, man.
Yeah, they're. Well, where's Levis? Is Levis still with the Titans?
No, I don't know. I don't even know if he's still in the
Is
league.
he on a scout team or?
AR was just so fast.
Yep.
Like it really.
And that's me. If I'm him, you supposedly
Black and
love the game as much as you do. Let me be the tight end. Let me be your gunner on
Even more than
your
that.
kickoff.
From the time your feet hit the ground in the morning, throwing balls.
Yep.
Because he does not have the reps. He didn't get
No.
he started 1 year in college.
Yep. So.
I'd go to every surrounding high school where I lived and get every receiver from he lives in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
There's some good receivers in Indianapolis.
I mean, and who's going to say no? It's somebody. Yeah, you want to catch some balls?
Yeah.
Yeah. Time you want to be there.
Yeah.
Just to say, hey, I was so and so yesterday catching passes. They can do their little TikTok with it, whatever.
No shit.
Get Instagram famous or whatever.
I would be doing situational football.
And is that the organization's fault for not pushing him more?
When you ask questions like that, it's like that old saying, we all want to believe our kids are going to be phenomenal athletes, but they will, at the end of the day, they will be as good or as bad as they want to be.
As
they want to be.
Yep.
And it's not what you do in front of the coach. It's what you do when no one else is paying attention.
Yep.
That makes you great. You think Tom Brady and Peyton Manning only did film study
the night before?
Yeah,
no, all week.
All week, probably listened to the game while they slept.
Well, I'm sure. That's what I mean. It's like you said. It's the person himself. It's not who's around you. Well, it is who's around you, who you hanging out with or whatever. But yeah, you gotta have the will, the desire, the want to.
Yeah, just like us.
Yep.
With this podcast. We've had our ups and downs. We've had high views. We've had low views.
Yep.
We keep trucking.
We're going to keep trucking. We ain't stopping.
Yeah.
So, you asked me earlier if I ever thought we'd get to 200 episodes when we started. I thought we would. We mentioned it before, So what? Just like you just said, there's high views, there's low views, there's your ups and downs, but just stay consistent.
I never questioned it.
Stay consistent.
When I do something, when you do something, stop. I had no intentions of stopping.
Nope.
And
so
my opinions are my opinions. Your opinions are your opinions. Anybody else have another opinion? Comment.
yes,
Let's hear it.
We need that interaction.
Yeah,
we need other people to interact with us.
Yeah, make me think.
Not just if you see us on the streets. Shoot us a message or something. Or who would you like to try to get on? I mean,
It helps with our engagement.
anything like that.
I know there's people out there that probably know one hell of a lot more football knowledge than I've got.
Yep.
Speak up.
Yep.
Speak out.
For
Teddy,
sure.
don't forget, January 3rd.
At the Gas City Brewing Company.
7 p.m.
7 p.m. You might get early. Be there early because last time
Seats are limited.
seats were at a premium.
Yeah.
So if you want to sit, you better get there early.
And stay for the after party.
Yep. Yeah.
Stay for the after party.
Good time, and then piggybacking off that, in January we're gonna start a trivia contest at the Poorhouse again.
Yep.
Do a 6 weeks trivia podcast. trivia. Brandon's got some good prizes lined up, so thank him for hosting us every other week. Thanks for the brewery for having us come up again. So that and our amazing sponsors, we couldn't do it without them.
Nope.
So
Till next time, we'll see you on episode 186.